I want to start with understand this perceived severity of this COVID-19 situation. I, however, believe that there are many scientists that are being ignored or not listened to that have very important points to say about COVID-19. Many are more concerned about our reaction rather than the virus itself. There are scientists out there saying that we are doing more harm to ourselves and society by quarantining ourselves. There are scientists out there that are more concerned about the psychological effects on people in society than the virus itself. They're stating that the media doesn't point out things like whether someone died from COVID or not. They aren't stating those stats rightly, is what they're saying. One scientist says the death rate of COVID-19 is 0.45%, which is below 1%. Another scientist is saying there might be a slight difference in the amount of deaths in this world this year, but he says it would hardly be noticeable otherwise if COVID-19 wasn't, let's say, declared an emergency. He says many elderly people die during flu season, during winter, and he says, forgive me, I don't know their names offhand. I have them all recorded on my phone, but there are many scientists, so many I can't remember all their names, right? But he says you might see a slight difference on the incline of the deaths of the elderly. Many are saying our reaction to COVID-19 is doing a lot more harm. We're destroying our economy. Absolutely just destroying ourselves. Way more than the virus is doing. I can understand, yes, taking extra precaution if it's of your, if it's a big concern to you. I get that. Basically, all this cleaning hands thing, making sure your hands are clean and washing your hands and sanitizing and making sure the surfaces are clean. Is this something we should do anyway? Something we should have done? It's pretty simple concepts of, mom, growing up as a kid, wash your hands, before you eat. Wash your hands periodically. Keep your house clean. Keep your business clean. It almost, what do you call that when somebody is so deathly afraid of diseases, and they have They make sure they don't touch any surfaces, or is that an OCD? What is that? It's like all of society overnight just turned OCD. And I get it. I do. I understand your concerns. I do. I take precautions for other people's sake so that they can feel relaxed, and not as much for my sake, because after what I've been reading and listening to and watching, I feel more relaxed about this whole situation. We all have to be aware of what is presented to us on a silver platter, hence our TV and news or any media outlet. Information that is just spewed out and poured out on a constant basis to us on a silver platter like that. You need to start questioning information just handed to you on a silver platter. The fact is, truth is pretty much never handed to you on a silver platter. That's how this world works. If you want real truth, I listen to mainstream media. They don't lie about everything. There are things that happen, but you do have to watch out for times like these. I think if you believe that there is nobody out there in this world that is in high power, that wants to do harm to you and your family, or wants to take from you, or wants to sabotage things in order to create things in their own way, or rebuild the world in their own views, I think you're kidding yourself. Alright? Let's go with that one. And these people in power, you have to realize that people in power obviously do have influence on media. I'm very glad that society cares about everyone so much that they do want to take the precautions to sanitize or keep their hands clean or this and that. Yes, the news is broadcasting this many deaths, that many deaths. There are videos out there. You see doctors panicking in Italy. You gotta watch for that stuff too. Is it what it's portrayed as? Start asking yourself some questions. Don't just believe everything that is presented to you. At least question it, or just search for alternative news, or search for alternative outlets. Anyone can believe anything that's served to you on a silver platter. And if you are concerned about, viruses, which I don't blame you, search for alternatives that help you now. I like to use things like colloidal silver